Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the SaaS Marketing Makeover. I have been chatting offline with this guy, and I think you all are going to have a very fun time hearing what he has to say and learning. I know I'm already learning. Welcome to the show, Brett Chester, VP of Marketing at Sitetracker. Welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Oh, man. No, thank you for joining the show. This is going to be a very good time. Now, for anyone tuning in for the first time, Brett and I do not know who we're going to be doing a makeover for today. And we're going to try to find some opportunities as if we were the CMO. So our goal is we're going to teleport. I'm sorry, Brett, you have just lost your job, and you're now about to become the CMO of a new business.
Awesome.
We are in 30 minutes going to try to find some big pillars, 3 things that we would do if we were CMO.
Let's do this.
All right, let's do it. Now, Adam, let's spin the wheel, baby. Whew. Okay. Profitwell. Okay. Do you know what Profitwell is, Brett?
Not a clue.
Okay. So Profitwell is built, I know this, I've used them, is built on Stripe's API. Mm-hmm. And they essentially give you analytics for Stripe free of charge. So you want to know your cohorts, your LTV CAC, you want to know any of that kind of data, they pull it for you, and then they help you with other things. So let's pull up their website, and I'm going to share my screen.
Perfect.
What I've seen from them just historically is they've done a really good job with content in the sense that they get everyone's data, and then they're doing what I saw historically. I haven't looked at their marketing in over a year, actually, to be honest. But what they did historically was they took all the data they had, right, from plugging into everybody's Stripe API, and they did a really good job turning that in their content engine. In other words, using content, like data only they had to create content, only they could create. It's kind of simple.
Yeah.
So let's see what they're doing today. Putting the revenue into subscription and SaaS revenue operations. I don't really know what the heck that means. Do you?
No. I'm curious, just as a first step. I wonder if they're doing any sort of content, any sort of targeted content based on your inbound IP.
No.
So I wonder if we go into incognito or if you check the source code, if they're doing anything cool for us.
Yeah, can you see my screen still?
Yeah.
Let's check it out.
No. Okay. Maybe they just don't know who we are. So, firstly, you gotta know your visitors.
I just think it's a weird tagline, man. Like, I just think putting the revenue into subscription and SaaS revenue operations makes no sense. So here's one of their competitors. I forget their name right now. Come on, G. This is my whole life. I gotta remember this stuff. One second. I feel like I've audited everyone by this point. It's crap. Why do I remember it right now? Barometrics. So Barometrics was one of the first people out there. Let me see what they're doing, just so we have an idea, and this might give us a little bit of context.
Yeah. Make more with Barometrics.
Metrics.
Stunning and engagement tools for subscription business. Still not pretty clear, right?
No, it's kind of lame. What would you write? Let's try it. In a second, we'll rewrite this tagline. But
give me a sec quickly. Do a quick search for revenue ops tools.
Yep.
And let's see if any of them come up as just in an AdWords search. Let's see how they're selling on AdWords.
Yeah.
So who we got? People AI, lean data. That makes sense. So maybe RevOps is not their space, right?
No, it's like Stripe Analytics. But
okay.
But it's not. I'll have some ideas, I'm sure, in a second.
Well, I think this just highlights the fact that, they need to be thinking about what their audience is looking for when they're searching, and then deliver to that in their hero, right?
No, 100%. And I think there's this moment, we just relaunched our website, but I'll kind of walk you, we hired a professional copywriter, but it's reach goals that others couldn't, find opportunities that others missed, and hit your SQL targets every time.
Gold.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
clear.
And then here it says putting the revenue into subscription and SaaS revenue operations. But why would you put the revenue into? It's very, yeah.
Using revenue twice in the same sentence, unless it was intentional. Are they trying to index for revenue from an SEO perspective? Like, we're using revenue so many times in a row, right?
Like, what if we did it like this, right? Watch.
Yep.
We just took, they're going to make me.
They're probably going to make you dive in. Yeah.
I'm going to just do it a little bit cheekier.
Yeah.
And then see if, so like, we create revenue operations products that reduce churn, optimize pricing, and give you an accurate free revenue reporting. That, like, tell me, cool. Like, give me a better way of saying that, and I'm good to go.
Yeah, exactly right.
So, very interesting.
Yeah. But even if you just started with reduce churn, optimize your pricing, start free, right? Like, if they're the value props that we're trying to put out here, then that's a really simple way to say it, right? Reduce,
100%.
Optimize pricing. Pretty straightforward.
I like that. So we're just gonna let's just do this real quick. Right? Let's have reduce churn, optimize pricing, and get
started for free.
Yep. Free revenue reporting.
Yeah. The second paragraph is see how you compare against your cohort or whatever it is, right? Like, benchmark yourself against the industry in 10 minutes, know how you can improve your business, whatever their kind of prop is there. Perfect.
Cool, like that, right?
Yeah. Brett Translator, love it.
So we got this going on. Now let's check it out. One of my favorite things to see is like, can I actually get started? I know that sounds crazy, but when I click get started, can I?
Yep. Yeah.
Company name, cool. First name, last name, email, password. I don't mind this.
No. I think the only thing that we're missing, like, it's a very centralized form from an optimization perspective. I'm not seeing those logos anymore.
Yep.
So if I need to give you some value right now in return for my private information, there's a quid pro quo. Give me that. Give me another value prop on the right side. Give me some logos on the left side. Maybe they've split test this. Maybe they haven't. But give me a reason.
Yep. Here's what we did for Sumo Logic. Right? It's always split column. This is another version of it, but it's always 2 column in my opinion. So that you have, what do you think about this idea that just came out of my head? What if we went 3 column and we created an experience? Because my issue with this is not only just a social proof, but I don't quite believe you. In other words, I don't believe that if I sign up, I could get set up in minutes. Yeah. I'd love for this to be overlaid over the dashboard so I could actually like envision myself like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, once I fill this form up, the thing that's hidden behind becomes available. Like, I want to allude.
Yeah.
Like, you want to give them column and then the platform behind it.
But it's even if it's like, hey, this is step 1 of 5, right?
Yeah. So we know.
Yeah, just give us some clarity. I think the guys that do that really well are those, what are they called? Those guys that give you data on somebody that you're searching for. They've got these sign-up processes, looking for criminal history. And it's like 15 minutes of forms to fill in because they know you're going to do it because you want the value that they're giving, right?
You're trying to figure out how bad that new neighbor really is, right? And you're like, so we do have some logos, which is cool. We got a little social proof. It is below the fold, though. Once again, very interesting. Like, why not just, pull these up, give me a little bit of love right here, keep the padding right.
Yep.
SOC2 certification.
SOC 2 certified, I'm a bit upset with the 2 in that font. It's, if you want to show SOC 2 certification, there's a better way to say that. Is that the most important thing to somebody right now? Do I care if you're SOC 2 certified right this minute? I don't know.
Hell no, to be honest. I don't think about who you are at this point, right? You're probably like a Series A or lower SaaS firm who doesn't have enough enterprise clients to matter yet. And it's your own data.
Yeah.
So, and it's through Stripe's API. You're not even uploading your own data. So
Yeah, exactly right.
I don't know. I mean, that's like, your site is built within Salesforce. That's like you bragging about your security when it's technically Salesforce's, right?
Yeah, exactly right.
So the truth is you have a lot on your plate when it comes to subscription growth.
Everything else has been a lie until now.
I don't know, man. I'd rather hear what someone else has to say than what they have to say maybe right now.
Well, even if you just simplified the message, like what they're trying to articulate here is that we know that you're busy.
Yeah.
You got a lot going on. Like, just simplify it. You got a lot on your plate, right? Correct. Yeah.
Now, and then I call this the will my brain read it? So what I'll say right now is no matter how hard I try, I can't make myself read this.
No.
And I call this the 3 lines. So what I found is like mentally when I'm doing landing pages across, very large spends, anytime I go more than 3 lines, my own brain can't consume the information while scrolling. So I like to break things up into 3 lines. Like notice I can read this one. I don't know why, but notice mentally it's easier to read this than everything else.
What I've started to do is read from the bottom up, because copywriters are trying to tell you a story. So if I want to get to the punch of something, I read from the bottom up and then I delete the rest. That's inevitably where they take you, right?
Yeah, I love that. Let's see if you're right. Let's play with that. I like that. I like where your head's at. I haven't even thought. That's the first time I've heard someone say that. So let's take that one and that one. And now all of a sudden, and then what if we took a little bit of my favorite thing to do, which is turn this into 2 sentences instead of one giant ass run-on. So whether it's providing you with don't use adverbs. So whether it's providing you with accurate subscription reporting and analytics, I don't need analytics. And I don't need to mention free.
Yep.
And becoming experts in credit card failures. And I don't know how to fix this sentence. I think we would have to rewrite it.
I think you just get rid of it. But I think the last sentence, Profitwell exists to get you back to your customer and your product. Like that's the value prop. We exist to let you do the work that you want to do.
Something like that if we want to get emotional.
Yeah.
Right. And we could play with it, but that would be I think it's something a lot simpler. And I would like this to be like, I don't know, to me, this looks like the perfect place to do like a slider. Hell, it reminds me of a slider.
I thought
it all the different quotes.
Yeah.
I want this to be like different founders, if that's my persona. And it's like a quotes, And
I'd almost chuck a picture of a customer on the right-hand side there, on the other side of the green. That could be a quote, cycle through, super simple.
Yep, 100%. Now, we provide free reporting and analytics to help you understand where you're great and where you're not. That's a freaking better tagline. Let's throw that thing up.
Yeah.
So, metrics, cool. I like the focus on the like what it looks like.
Yep.
Now,
but what are you really seeing here, right?
I'm not totally benchmarks, which I think is cool. Mobile app.
Yeah.
Pricing audit.
I don't know why you've got the cascading waterfall either. It's hard to read.
I think the design team just had some fun. This looks like a lot of times what happens, and I've been guilty of this, is when you don't have an authoritative voice in the room that says less is more, the old Coco Chanel. And you can get a hodgepodge. And I've been guilty of that myself. We make you money when you make a lot of money. Oh, that's kind of weird. I would have rather them keep their products in one kind of simple area, if that makes sense. Because I think if you look here, these are their products that they're talking: price intelligently, recognize, retain.
Yep.
And then metrics, right? So they have 4 products. And it looks like metrics is the suite. So metrics is the platform, and these are the features, right? Yeah. Pretty normal.
I would have broken it out differently the way they did, yeah.
And then they do get a demo.
Yep.
Which is different. It goes to a bot. in your mind, Brett, when I think of demos, I want to hear your perspective. When I hear demo, I think non-champion decision maker. In other words, not the implementer.
Yep.
Do you know a lot of people who are decision makers that like bots?
I think the question that I'd be asking is, what's the bot there to do? And the playbook that they have running right now in the bot isn't conducive to talking with anybody, right? So if you had a nice playbook that asked a challenging question, like how much time are you spending a week on meaningless additional analytics, right?
Yeah.
You may answer the question. I think your fundamental thesis is right. Like it's probably not going to attract the right person.
A certain bit of gray hair, you know what I mean? For someone who wants a demo of Profitwell compared to someone who wants to get started.
Yeah. It's a different funnel. Maybe they're testing.
Yeah. Now, I could also schedule some time. Does that go to the bot? I think it does go back to the bot. Yeah. So one of the things I try to find out is how do I get better as a marketing org? Yeah. I don't know if I can get better when I have, what's going on here? Did I like glitch them out somehow with the bot? Here, let me see. I think I did. Something happened. Let me try to reload it.
They anchored you to something. Yeah.
So this is their guy. He's actually really, really talented. I love what he's doing with the firm. I just see this like see live demo.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can actually see a live demo. I just want to know because I see all these different call to actions. Where's this? I swear I clicked see live demo, didn't I? Okay, here we go. Man, give me right here.
Yeah. That's what should have been behind that sign up page.
Oh my God. And then we put our sign up page right on top of this, maybe a little bit.
Yeah. Or even push it offset, right? Like a little bit offset.
Yeah. Okay, see this, in my opinion, I'm all for product-led growth right now, man. And I would rather put everyone as a singular call to action into my product and then give them the freedom to choose the next step that hits where they're at. So you know what I'm saying, right? I go live demo universal. I get rid of login I hate logins in my hero menus. So like I think they go in the footer.
Yep.
So like because I want to go top and bottom. In other words, top of funnel and then chat or bottom of funnel live demo, top of funnel chat with the team, dual call to action, and then live demo. I want my chat here. Very cool. And what do you think? Right? Get a demo, like schedule a demo, get started on your own. Right? Little dual path.
Yep.
Because this is, I was trying to say, man, they have a great product, and I finally get to see it. It's a little hidden.
Yeah.
Like, look at this thing. It's so sick. Like, as a CEO, to get this of a young company.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you need a CFO, and I'll tell you, like, CFOs are great with Google Excel. You're not going to get something that looks like this.
Definitely not. And look, this looks good enough to take to a board, right? Just a couple of snapshots here.
100%, which allows people to sell themselves. I think if someone can sell themselves, is the greatest thing in the world as an AE.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Now, I know you're big on content, so let's go check out their content.
So what do they got here? Resources. Well, to start with, are these resources?
Oh, no, because they threw pricing in there. Why the hell is pricing hidden?
Support center, probably not the right place. I don't know why you've got about under resources. Just trying to shoehorn a truckload in here.
I think it's weird to not have pricing in your menu, and if you probably look at GA, it's one of his most trafficked pages, right? Especially if you have free pricing. Why not just brag about that?
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
Paid products, and then you have their paid. Yeah, I love this page. I think they did a good job with it. To me, you gotta put that in the menu, yeah?
Yeah, I agree.
And then get started, chat with the team. I think it's weird to think enterprise buyers want to chat. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I sell to enterprise, and I don't ever get enterprise through my chat. What about you?
You're never going to self opt into that, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because there's so many. The problem with enterprise buying, right, is they have multiple decision makers, and it's kind of a committee. And
that's a good segue into the comprehensive guide to reducing churn.
Okay.
Like it's a bit of a quiet pop up there, but I wonder what they're actually pushing. Like, are you supposed to share this? Is it a calculator?
I don't know. Let's go see if we can find it over here. I like, it's kind of cool with the subscribe clean.
Yeah.
But you know, my other pet peeve in all transparency is
We've lost the menu.
yeah. So now I like what you're doing. I've read. So let's see if it comes back. Right. Oh, now it's on scroll, but it's a different menu.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. Not. No, thank you. Honestly. So now. Now I'm gated again. But I haven't even got any of your free content, so I'm not sure if it's good enough yet. So I don't know if I want to give you my information.
I'm not sure if you just saw the bot, but he tried to put a different playbook out. I help SaaS subscription companies get what they need. Which one of these is you? So they're trying, right? To kind of tailor and target messaging, which is good.
That is great. And I think this is badass. So this is the kind of stuff I like, right? Like obviously I'm doing a live show right now. So, but they got seasons in like a kind of YouTube style. The CSS is a little janky, not going to lie.
Yeah.
But it's a great concept. I don't know if it's perfectly executed down here, obviously, like right now. Right. But this is dope. Like subscribe for his trailers. This is sweet. I really like this.
I'd be selling each one of these on that homepage carousel that we were talking about. Like that's where I'd put them.
I agree. He, if you remember earlier, they buried it and they didn't lead with that. So if you go back to that homepage, they buried it right here.
Yep.
And it's like, does content marketing actually work? I don't know if that's relevant to their average buyer, you know?
Yeah, it's pretty deep. Like it's not top of funnel first visitor content.
Yeah, I think something like pricing strategy or benchmark report or something like
something simple like how do you choose the best analytics platform for your tool for your business, right?
Even smarter, tie it right back to product, right? Like make it a logical read this, want us type.
Why us? Why you should be thinking about this even.
Totally. Oh, this is kind of cool. So they're doing like is their pricing strategy, right? Yeah, see man, like I think they do a very, like, I've always loved his content. What I don't understand is I love your content. Right now, I'm like, heck yeah, man. Like, I love Patrick. I want to be a part of Profitwell. Subscribe? I'd rather maybe have subscribe and see live demo, right? Like earlier, like I want to get people into my product, right?
Yeah. And I'm a big fan of like they've kept it very well structured down the center of the page.
Yes, they have.
And that's great for reading. But you've got this right bar that's static. This is a great opportunity to call out some highlights from the page. Also, a great opportunity to get people to start their journey, right?
Yeah.
It's a wasted sales opportunity.
It really is, and it's. For how much money and time and effort and just focus, and then see how it's recur.
Yeah.
So like that's one of his products, I think, from earlier, right? And now he has a CTA, so it's recur. But remember, is recur not a product? Recur is his. Recurs his media. Oh, I know what he's doing. He's doing this whole media play. So what he's doing. So check this out. If we go back to Profitwell, that's confusing because I thought he had a recur, but it's called retain.
Yeah.
And what he's doing is he built a media network dedicated, which I think is cool, but I think he might be overplaying his brand a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. So recurs a sub of Profitwell design.
It's the same thing, man. He deleted his blog. Check it out. It's just the same thing now. Watch. So like I go here, I go to blog or recur. Same thing.
Got it.
We might want to clean that up.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know. Like he has these are some great quotes, right? Like I go to Profitwell and I need to know what's happening with Christian SaaS. I mean, that's from, CEO of Drift, not bad, right? Like Brian Balfour, Reforge, like he's got some heavy hitters here. I just don't see how this goes directly to revenue. I see how it almost does, but I'm not sure I would do it like this. What do you think?
Yeah, maybe it's a brand play. just to try and get some visibility. I don't see it. It depends how much time he spends on it, right?
Yeah.
If he's occupying 80% of his time, I'd be questioning it. But if it's like somebody puts it all together and it's 10% of effort, like it's not going to kill anybody.
I think it's brilliant. I just want it connected to how I make money. That's all. Like, you know what I mean? I subscribe. Cool. I mean, you and I both know trying to activate someone from an email subscription is hell compared to activating someone from a live demo.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Brett.
Yes, sir.
Your CMO. Show up at Profitwell.
Yep.
It's been pretty quick. We got some solutions over here, some roles, some industry. We got some integrations.
Before we answer the question, just do me a quick solid. Go to resources. Let's go to their career page quickly.
Okay.
I'd just be curious to see who they're recruiting for, because maybe they're just looking for a product marketer, which I think they desperately need.
Yeah. I don't see
No.
a lot of. I have a product advocate, but I don't think that's the same in my experience.
Yeah.
Here's their chief product officer, right?
Yep. I haven't seen.
SaaS economist. That's pretty bitching. That's cool for them. They got another one.
Yep.
Which is awesome. I mean, my background's econ actually, so it's kind of cool that they brought that in here.
Yeah.
But you're right. I don't see a ton with product, ironically, for the fact that this is their entire business.
Yeah. I think that, growth management demo. So there's Victor Velasquez, and his sole purpose in the sea of other people, this one man is there to get what we're talking about right. And I'd say that if you spoke to Victor, he's probably overwhelmed and he probably needs someone to give him a hand. So, the first change I'd make walking in the door would be to think about who our buyer is and what message resonates with them. And that starts with, a really great product marketer or the most awesome demand marketer who'll get you like 60% of the way there. But I'd really start with that, and I'd then crack on to messaging. And then I'd be looking into the funnel. Depending on where they're getting revenue from right now, like they could be building a great mousetrap. So I'd just look at that mousetrap, what that conversion path looks like, and I'd be trying to optimize the crap out of that conversion funnel. And then that could buy me some time and some revenue to get me focused on how to do the rest of the site to create and educate people. And going back to one of my earliest questions, do people even know that this is a challenge they need to solve, and how are they searching for it? We need to start thinking about how we create top of funnel awareness and education.
Yep.
They'd be my gut checks to start with.
I love that. Yeah, for me, I want to standardize my menu. Notice now I'm somehow on a different menu for Price Intelligently, which is, I think, another one of their products.
Yeah.
This is just, I don't want to say lazy. It's just obviously not a priority.
Yeah.
I kind of want to.
Well,
now this is a pricing audit. Face it, you guessed that's not okay. I actually love that. I think this is kind of cool. It just feels weird because everything feels very separate on this site. Like each product has its own design team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd probably integrate things a little better because notice I'm on a completely different site now.
Yeah.
It's a little weird to me. So I think, first thing I would do is I would get my web ops in order just so that I could test better. Right now, do people want a free pricing audit? Do they want to get started? Do they want to chat? Do they want a live demo? Do they want to schedule a demo? I mean, I think I found 6 different call to actions so far. I think that's number 1 for me. Number 2, we have made a priority of content at Profitwell, and I got to tell you, they have amazing content. I think they've done a phenomenal job there. And then they hit it, and they talked about SOC 2 instead of their content. And if you got content that shines with quotes that stand out, Like the fact that you've got David Cancel giving you a quote, but you go with this on the homepage, I think it's a gap in my opinion. You know, like I don't see a lot of social proof, so I don't love that. You know, I see the logos, but I don't see the video or the quote or the context. So I think I get some social proof in here. And I get pricing in the menu. I think the moment I get pricing in the menu, I get a little bump. So, you know, organize my infrastructure, integrate my content better, and then get pricing in the menu and really focus on that CTA to optimize it and figure out what the best one is. But
yeah, I don't disagree with any of that. The only other add-on that I'd probably think about is just brand. You know, there's not a lot of human interaction on that website. And depending on your audience, that might be fine. But if you're pushing a free product, it's probably going to be down market. You want people. You want some more of that rich visual imagery.
Yeah.
And it's going to be much cheaper than all those design costs that they're going through with that. So depends.
I like where your head's at, Brad. I think the other thing too is like, I'm guilty of this myself. Now that I'm thinking of it out loud, I don't know why I do that. I think during hours, you should have a live person manning the chat.
Agreed.
I don't know. I feel like in this era, I am judging my chat experience pre-customer creates the perception of what my support experience will be like as a customer. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, exactly right. So I've got Drift and I've got the playbooks running like they do. We've got dozens of playbooks that are all meant to replicate and create a human interaction. And as soon as we get responses, I've got my BDR team jumping all over those to create that, hey, you know, thanks for that information. Let's have a chat. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Agreed wholeheartedly.
I love that. Well, Brett, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you, man.
Profitwell, thank you for being our muse. You all are doing amazing stuff. I think there's obviously a couple areas to improve, but, you know, round of applause. Really, really great stuff, Profitwell. And that's the SaaS Marketing Makeover. Thanks, everybody.
See ya.